So now let me tell you why I chose the Jupiter 110.
Let me show you. It is this beautiful Infinity DRLs. Cruising at almost 80 km per hour, not a problem. Morning, and I'm off to another of my rides to my favorite cafe. But it's a ride with a difference this time, because I'm not on my Scrambler 400. Instead, I'm going to ride my scooter, my newly acquired TVS Jupiter 110. It's not that it's a great idea riding 40-50 kilometers on the Jupiter 110, but at the same time, that's not the purpose of today's ride. Today's ride, I would like to share my experience about purchasing the Jupiter 10, why I did purchase it, and what made me choose this to accompany my Scrambler. You can see is my Jupiter 110, and let me tell you, one of the reasons I chose this is a very childish one. It's merely the looks. And doesn't it look gorgeous? Friends, let me know in the comments. The beautiful cyan blue color. And what is the most interesting part of the scooter is, let me show you. It is this beautiful Infinity DRLs. In fact, it is so simple yet so beautiful. You tend to wonder why did not any other scooter manufacturer before think of such a design idea. The beautiful white Infinity DRLs on the front, and the design theme is so continuous. It continues at the rear, as you can see. The beautiful LED tail lamp, and what they've done also, another beautiful element, is the turn indicators. They're integrated. You can see with the tail lamp, as well as they're integrated with the DRLs in the front. So beautiful, isn't it? I'll come to the features as we ride to my favorite cafe. And before it gets a little brighter, the sun rises higher, let me show you the headlight. That's also a thing of beauty in this vehicle. So you have to take the stand off, otherwise it will not start. And now I can put down the stand. It will stop. But friends, do let me know what you feel about the headlamp. Beautiful, isn't it? So bright, and it lights up everything on your path. I really sometimes wonder why my Scrambler doesn't have this kind of headlamp. Amazing. Not only the headlamp, so you have the turn indicator, and you also have the hazard switch in this. Let me show you. The hazard switch actually blinks both together, integrated with the DRLs, and they look beautiful. Front and rear. Now let's go for the ride, and let me discuss with you in detail some of the features of this vehicle and why I decided for the Jupiter to accompany my Scrambler in my garage. Let me tell you why I chose the Jupiter 110 to complement my Scrambler in my garage. So if you are on my channel, you are definitely a biker. So you have taken biking as a hobby and not just a matter of commute from point A to point B. But let me tell you, when you own a vehicle like the Scrambler 400 or anything of the 400 or 500cc category with over 40 bhp of power, it's fine. When you're riding on the highways, you twist open the throttle, and the rush of adrenaline that you get with the surge of power is definitely something that you cannot compare with anything else. But in everyday city commute, when you go to, say, your nearby grocery shop, or just visiting the hospital nearby, maybe traveling to the nearby post office or whatever, for doing your everyday kind of errands, starting up a bike like the Scrambler, getting on it, the tall seat height, managing 185 kilos of vehicle, parking it in tight spots, taking out of the parking when you want to depart is quite a cumbersome task. It's not impossible. People do it all the time. I also do it. I go to my office every day on my Scrambler. I have been doing so since quite long. But what I've realized, you're not very comfortable. And this is more prominent on some days when you're not feeling the best. Those days happen, no, when you are not feeling very good, you are feeling a little under the weather, you have a cough, cold, etc. Handling a 185, 200 kilo machine is not the best thing you would like to do. At that time, the convenience of automatic scooter, and this Jupiter 110 just weighs 105 kilos compared to the 185 kilos of the Scrambler. So that's about a whopping 80 kilos less. It's so much easier to just take out of the parking lot, quickly twist open the throttle, start up the automatic starter and move on. No gears to change, no clutch, just the accelerator and brakes on your hand. It's so convenient and such a light vehicle. So that's the reason I thought I will need a second vehicle to complement my Scrambler, and I went for the Jupiter 110. Now what are the other vehicles I had considered? Why the Jupiter 110? I'll come to it later when I conclude this video. But let me share the ride experience today and some of the key features of the Jupiter and why I went for this vehicle and nothing else. So that's the low beam and that's the high beam. Decent enough, isn't it? The Hoskote Toll Plaza after my morning cup of tea, and I'm heading towards my favorite cafe, towards Kolar. And as you can see, the sun is starting to come up, but it's a cloudy sky, so we won't be seeing much of the sun, but the weather is going to be quite pleasant. The winter is just receding, and it's Bangalore at its best. It's not cold, it's not warm, it's not foggy, just a beautiful wide open road and two wheels to ride on. So let me come back to the point why I chose for TVS Jupiter. I had looked at a lot of other options also. I'm going to discuss about them later on when I end the ride, but let me talk about what I'm enjoying about this scooter right now. Because I'm on the open highway and I just crossed some very bad roads, and I think the 12-inch wheels at both ends really do a decent job. Although it's a puny about 8.2 bhp or something, and about 9.2 mm of torque, but not bad. You can do speeds of 60-70 km per hour, and even if with quite ease, and even if you're riding a bigger bike, you will do that kind of speed most part of your journey. It's only on special occasions or when you get a really wide road, you're going to accelerate above 100 and all that. So that this machine cannot do, but it can definitely go at 60-70 km per hour, no problem. So I've not yet completed my first service. Today I'm going to go for that. It's done about 462 kilometers, but decent enough. I've got a fair bit of idea what I've purchased and what I like and what I don't like about this machine. As you know, I was to ride the Honda Dio before this, and immediately there are two differences that you will feel when you compare this with the Honda Dio. So Dio has a 10-inch wheels up front and a 12-inch, and I think it's a 11-inch or 12-inch at the back. So the 10-inch wheels, actually smaller wheels, give you a greater maneuverability, So when you are in thick traffic, 10-inch wheels will give you more room to navigate, so you can go zigzag or whatever. You can see a lot of Dio riders, the so-called dash riders that we call, prefer the Dio because of the straight of the Dio. You can move it sideways, go through any small gap, whatever like that. In terms of power, I think they are more or less the same. I don't see much of a difference. When you twist open the throttle, you have decent enough power to overtake vehicles in slow moving city traffic. in both the vehicles, not a problem. But the pinion wheels really do not do a good thing. So they are not good at absorbing undulations on the road, potholes, bumps, speed breakers. These are not better handled with wheels that are larger in size. Actually, nowadays, if you see the new Hero Zoom 125, etc., they're coming with 14-inch wheels. It's like the Aprilia SR 160. They come with 14-inch wheels, and 14-inch wheels will be better at absorbing bumps and undulations compared to 12-inch wheels, and 12-inch will be better than 10-inch wheels. As simple as that. So the Jupiter is a good compromise between maneuverability or dexterity to handle city traffic and potholes and bad roads. It's got a very good ride quality, I can tell you, very balanced. It's not overly stiff, the ride quality, and it's not extremely soft. So that's the advantage I have seen with the Jupiter primarily in my 500 kilometers of travel so far. The second advantage is, of course, the features. So this bike is feature loaded. There was nothing in the Dio compared to it. So I've spoken about the looks already. It is drop dead gorgeous looks, I can tell you. Absolutely drop dead. So I don't think there is any scooter that looks better than this at this point of time that exists in the Indian market. I'm not talking about the Hero Zoom 125 160 that's coming, and I'm talking about 110cc category. It looks beautiful with those Infinity DRLs, etc. There are two very important features which is quite unique to TVS. One is the iGo Assist. So as you can see on the dashboard, it's saying Assist Ready. What it means by Assist Ready is that you will get that extra power boost. There is 0.6 mm of additional torque that you will get the moment you twist open the throttle. I don't know whether it will work. Let me show you. See, you can see assist on, it says right now. I just suddenly twisted my throttle. So what is this? Let me explain to you. So this is an additional 0.6 mm of torque that you get when you suddenly twist open the throttle, and you get this power from the battery. You do not get it from the ICE engine. So there is a battery inside which also helps with the IntelliGo feature. The IntelliGo is basically the same feature you have on the Yamaha Razor or Razor or whatever, the Yamaha scooters. So this is nothing. I'll show you what it is, the IntelliGo. As you can see, there is a with a circle around it on the dashboard. You can see the green lit A on the right hand side. So that's the IntelliGo feature. You can either switch off. On the right hand side you will find the button. You can switch off, it will switch off, or you can switch on. So what happens when you switch it on is, let me show you. So right now let me come to a stop. So I've come to a stop. I have not shut off my vehicle. The light is blinking. The green light is blinking. It will blink for about a couple of seconds, and then suddenly the scooter will stop, and the light will be a constant glow. So now the scooter is dead. It is not consuming fuel, right? The lights are on, all the telltale lights are on, but the scooter is not consuming fuel. Now what I have to do to start it, suppose I'm sitting in a traffic signal right now, I wait for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes. There can be endless waits. I have to just press the brake lever on the left hand side, keep it pressed, twist the throttle and release it. See, it started once again. So simple. But it's not very intuitive, let me tell you. There are scooters like in the Yamaha, it's more intuitive. You don't have to really twist open and release the throttle. It takes much less effort to do it, but it's not bad. It's a good feature. And if you can see my average economic figures, I have not yet done my first service. It really is impressive. I'm sure you can see it. It's 54 km per hour per liter. That's really something. On my Scrambler I get about 27, so it's exactly double. So that's one reason why you need a second vehicle like the TVS Jupiter in addition to a Scrambler to save on precious oil drops. So these are some of the features I like. The IntelliGo and the iGo Assist, these are quite unique to the Jupiter. And let me see what kind of speeds we can do, although I'm yet to complete the first service, but still 52 comes easy, very easy. 61, 70. It's at 90 km per hour, not bad. 91, 92. At 92 km per hour for a 110cc 8 odd bhp scooter, that's really impressive. You do not really need more speed than this, even on some of our state highways. On the national highways, maybe yes, but on the state highways, this is decent enough speed for you to cross cities. So can you do long touring with this vehicle? Why not? You can go anywhere. I think you can even go to Ladakh on this vehicle. I have not tried. You can try if you want to. I have a question about what is the cruising speed of the TVS Jupiter. Now look at this. I am on the highway, cruising at almost 80 km per hour. Not a problem. Not a sweat broken. I mean, really, on many motorcycles you cannot do. Even 350cc motorcycle, you cannot do better cruising speeds than this. So really, you do not need a second vehicle. Unless you are an enthusiast like me. IntelliGo and the TVS iGo Assist, there are small intelligent features on the TVS. Let me show you. So right now you can see I have switched on the left indicator, and they are self-cancelling indicators. See, I'll switch it on and they will switch off automatically after 20 seconds. The indicator is on, you can see, and as you can see, it will sense that 20 seconds have passed by and it will automatically switch off. So they are actually timed indicators, not exactly self-cancelling indicators, I would say. So as you can see, it's switched off right now. Apart from being another thing I can tell you, see, when you switch on the indicator in other vehicles, you have to push it. If you follow my finger, you have to push it towards the left, and that's cumbersome. Sometimes it switches on the right indicator, and sometimes it switches on the left indicator. But here TVS has intelligently, actually, what you have to do, done something, you have to just push the button once and the indicator switch off. So you have to switch on the left indicator or right indicator, you have to just push the button once for the indicator to switch off. Smart, isn't it? So let me show you the second reason. One is of course the drop dead gorgeous looks, and of course the connected features. I wish some of these features even my Scrambler 400X had. The second reason why I purchased this vehicle, let me show you. Lovely, isn't it? The beautiful cyan blue color, the nice lines, flowing lines over here, nicely managed so that the scooter doesn't appear too bulbous. Jupiter rated in bold, embossed graphics, and TVS iGo Assist. As you can see, one of the key features, the TVS logo over here, the beautiful Infinity DRLs, lovely looks, the headlight that's powerful enough to light up any road, and it also says TVS Smart Connect. I'm going to cover that feature right now, but before that, let's admire this beautiful machine. Okay, now let me talk to you about the other feature why I actually chose this vehicle. So this is on. I turn it a little left, and the same key fob as you see, I turn it a little left and it actually opens up the boot. And look at that, I already have my second helmet over here, and if you're a motor vlogger, you can keep all your vlogging stuff in this huge boot, which is 33 liters, the largest in the segment, same as the Jupiter 125. It's not very deep, you cannot keep a full face helmet like the one I'm wearing right now the empty helmet, but if there are two small helmets like this, half-faced helmet, you can easily keep everything and a lot of other stuff that you would love to carry. One of the reasons why I also wanted to own this scooter. I will never be at a dearth of space. Apart from these beautiful DRLs and apart from the smart connected features, and of course the iGo assist and the IntelliGo are the features I didn't really know about. I came to learn after I started using the vehicle. Let me show you another feature, that is the navigation assistant and the connected features of this bike, which says TVS X Connect. So you have to download the TVS app. You can see it. This is the TVS app. You can TVS Ride Connect, and it's showing the NTORQ right now because I used to earlier own an NTORQ. So I have to update the vehicle over here, and it has a Bluetooth icon. You have to just say connect. The moment you say connect, it immediately connects, and you get a notification in the notification center that it's connected. So it gives you the distance, duration, top speed, average speed, and a lot of other details. Now you have something called the navigation assistant. So there is this arrow button over here. You just press on it, and it says, as you can see, navigation assist on. Okay, so you have to just press the destination. Let us select anything, and you have to press the go button. The moment you press the go button, you can see it has a text indicator which says in how many meters you have to turn left or right, and it also has an arrow button, so you cannot go wrong. So it's not as intuitive as the Google Maps full time like you have in the Ola or the Ether, but it's good enough. I mean, it works. If you are not having a mobile holder or anything like that, you can use this to get some sense of direction. I have used it and it's quite helpful.
Now let me tell you why I chose the Jupiter 110 and what other considerations I had while making a choice for my second companion, or my companion to my Scrambler 400X. Actually, I didn't have too many choices because I was very clear that I wanted this scooter the moment I had a look at it, for the reasons that I've already elaborated in my video. But the other serious consideration I had was I wanted to own an electric vehicle, and I had taken a test ride of the Hero Vida V2 Pro. And I must say I really love that vehicle, the smooth electric engine, an IDC range of 163 kilometers and a real world range of about 112 kilometers. Not bad, and it was absolutely smooth, beautiful ride quality, nice 12-inch wheels, and that's what I actually wanted. But then I realized that for people like us who tend to wander, because even if I'm on my scooter, I'm not sure which direction I will go and how far will I go. The range anxiety is going to remain with me, and that's the reason I decided not to go for an electric vehicle, because still the charging time will be some 5.5 hours for a full charge, which is not yet convenient. I think for people like us, that's not the right kind of vehicle to own. So that's the reason I chose the TVS Jupiter, and it will be still some time before I really opt for an electric vehicle. Either they should give a much longer range, or the charging times should be much faster with a better charging infrastructure. Okay, with that I'll sign off. If you like the kind of content that I create and the videos that I make of the vehicles that I love so much, do consider hitting the subscribe button and giving it a thumbs up if you like the video. Bye.